So today's build was going to be a little different to the usual. Because I was making a fuse cube, it is basically a bandage modification, and I'm sure you could expect as to what I would say next. I marked all the pieces out, then I glued them all up, and then I stuffed everything with epoxy sculpt, waited for it to cure, then I sanded it, painted it, and did whatever. So today I wanted to change things up, and I also wanted to address a large majority of my audience. So today I was just going to be using a 3x3, some super glue, and some baking soda. You see, the deal is, I said that I wasn't going to do no epoxy mods in this series, and I still stand by that. I don't want to do no epoxy mods, but today I'm going to be making an exception. I wanted to open up bandage modifications to the large majority of my audience by showing a way that you can actually do pretty much any bandage modification without the need for epoxy sculpt. So let's get started. So I had already marked out the areas that I was going to glue together with a Sharpie, and a fuse cube modification is fairly straightforward to understand. It's just a 2x2 fused block of pieces at the corner of a 3x3 that fuses 3 axes together. So I started by gluing all of those pieces together, and then I made doubly sure that they were all glued by checking the movement of the puzzle. And after that was done, it was time to disassemble it and remove that big chunk from the puzzle so that I could work on filling all the gaps. Now the puzzle was disassembled and I had the piece that I needed, I got to taking all the stickers off it and exposing all of the areas that I was going to fill with the baking soda. I dripped some super glue in between the pieces and then I dunked it into the tub of baking soda so that I could really get it into all of the gaps. After I did that, there was a significant build-up on some of the cracks that I had filled, and as you can see here, I was just going to have to pile on layer after layer of the baking soda and super glue. So the idea was fairly straightforward. I was just going to keep doing this on all faces in all of the areas that I needed to and slowly build up enough material that I could sand down into the shape that I wanted. Now I will concede here that I am using a belt sander rather than hand sanding, which is a tool that you may or may not have. Although that's just purely to save time. I could sand this down by hand, but I just don't want to. I did, however, round off all of the edges by hand because that's something that needed a low-tech approach. But after I did that, I rounded off all the faces with some Scotch-Brite like I usually do, and instead of painting the piece, I colored all the faces black just using a Sharpie. The reason I did this is because I wanted to go one step further in proving that you didn't need a large supply of tools and materials to actually make this puzzle look good. Personally, I was going to paint it anyway, and I did end up doing that, but it just goes to show you that you can make puzzle pieces black without using spray paint. I cut out some sticker vinyl and then I stickered the puzzle piece up so it just looked like a big 1x1, and as you can see here, this is complete. It's all done now and it's time to reassemble the puzzle. So I put all the pieces back on the puzzle, and as you can see here, I still had a lot of stickering to do. So I removed all of the stickers from the puzzle and then I re-stickered it up with some sticker shades that I got from the cubicle, and now the puzzle is finally complete. So anyways, I hope you guys like this puzzle and I hope you guys like this video, and I also hope that this shows you that you can actually try pretty much any bandage mod that you want without the need for epoxy sculpt. And it's very, very easy to find baking soda or super glue at your local whatever it is. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.